Angie and Jotaro are still giggling like idiots. Jotaro reloads a shotgun just in case, though. Are there always 2 item slots? Am I tripping? This is like the second existential crisis I've had this week. Good day, good people. Toon Link, Dave, year of the ascent. Flying high, ascending, high, rising, high to the top. United States Aviator. Welcome back to you. You guys would know better than I. Were there always 2? Were there always 2 items? I know there were always 2 perks. Were there always 2 items in the
Danganronpa
simulator? Huh. Welcome back. I'm excited. In fact, you know, if you saw yesterday, you know what's going on. You know what we're here to do. You know that we are on the cusp of Season 7. Next week, this time, we may crown some new champions. Or maybe our champs will retain. But after that, it's all up to Chaos to reign. We are crowning Tag Team Agents of Chaos. And I will explain how that has to do with this season's gimmick. After we introduce all the teams, it is basically every team from Season 6, except for the top 6 teams who are already in the Season 7 premiere. And they are Band-Aid, Ibuki, Mikan, and Seiko, the Big Buff Family, Sakura, Nekomaru, and going to prepare for trouble, Gundam, Sonya, and Jin, the Proud Fathers, Taichi, Jin, and Gerald, the Asylum, Kaede, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and Crazy Hyoko, the Jacket Failures, Hiro, and Kaito, Big Sisters Mukuro, Sarah, and Hina in the family, Kanon, and Kori, Dominance, Mew, Akane, and Clover, the Power of God, and Anime. Huh. Izuru and Mitarai will keep going. Fanfic Fantasy, Hifumi, Usami, the Beanie Brigade, Kazuichi, Ryoma, and Ruruka, Mind Trip, Maya, Pewter, Dark Arts Specialist Kotoko, and Lysithia, Love Triangle Munakata, Chisa, and Juzo, Art Class, Mishima, Angie, and Jotaro, Sato and Notsa, Nasumi. For TSM, Sato, we love you dearly, please win. The Pure Boys, Yuta, Joe, and Izuoi, Literary Arts, Toko, and Now. Hotheads, Mahiru, Himiko, and Himino. No AI in Team, Chiaki, Aiba, and Alter Ego. The Accent Imposters, Celeste, and Teruteru, the Dead Eyes. Togami, Maki, and Komaru. Hope's Last Stand, Kibo, Non-AI Chiaki, and Makoto. Small and Mighty, Chihiro, Fuyiko, and Monotaro. Shrouded in Mystery, Fatogami and Kei, Show Me Your Moves, Tenko and Iris, The Watchful Protectors, Pennyworth and Kizakura, Murderous Mascots, Zero the Third, and Monokuma, Black and White, Kurokuma and Shirokuma, Fight Club, The Great Gozu, Felix, and Masaru, The Loving Brothers, Mondo, Rataro and Alice, The Masterminds of Monica, Samugi, and Junko, The Sim Squad, Oda, and Nagisa, The Sharp Edges, Peko, Genocide Jack, and Kai, Boss Time. Boss and Karumi, Timid Followers, Aiko and Kana, Awful Intense, Haiji and Tengen, and Metacrops, Hiroko, Daisaku, and Mercedes. As you can see, everyone's got axes. But, it's curious, really, because, some people have 2, which might just be a something in editing. So, you know, just so some people don't have 2, I didn't even know that was possible to extend so I know what, I kind of know what happened, but it's interesting that it did that. That's really shocking to me. That means I can have a whole lot of fun now. Oh, what an excellent accidental discovery. I'm here for that. Great. We got a whole bunch of Axe Maniacs. It's Chaos Reigning season. In fact, change it up. Yo, that was, I'm so glad I noticed that here in live, because that's awesome. I can, there's so much I can do with that. There's so much I can do with that. That opens up so many possibilities. That's really dope. Agents of Chaos will be crowned today. And the normal rules are in effect. However, this is Season 7, and Chaos has been brewing for over a year. And thus, this season, And this season alone, it's boundless chaos. When the wheel hits for the Agent of Chaos, if and when the wheel hits, after that, the wheel just keeps going. It doesn't stop. Chaos doesn't halt. Chaos is boundless this season. And so the winners of this game will be the Agents of Chaos for the season, unless they cash in Chaos and the champion wins, in which case it's or unless they cash in Chaos and they become the champions, in which case it's a flip-flop. That is more important than ever, especially since we could have a ton of championship matches. That could be the case. That could be the fate. That could be what we ascend to. But first we gotta figure out who it's gonna be. So, tell me, first, second, and third, which teams do you want to... In fact, since this is the top 6 teams, give me your top 6, give me your fantasy draft, in addition to Fusion Ha, the Expert Deductions, Forgotten Romance, the Phantoms of the Opera, the Rats, and the Bass Bros. Which 6 teams here would you like to see vie for the titles? Tell me which team you would like to see as your Agents of Chaos, and I will tell you too, because these comments are important. They are everything. Built on a base of over 4 grand. Talking, comments are important, especially like this one. I like that one, and like that one. Because some of these teams, this might be their last chance to fight together. Some of them might be breaking up. Oh no, oh me, oh my. It could happen. But will it happen? I don't know. We gotta find out. I'll make my picks though. I'm just gonna pick first, second, and third. Without a doubt, give me Boss Time. Where are they? They're somewhere here. Give me Boss Time. They're right here. I need them. But give me them for third. Because I don't think they're gonna win. Because they've been gypped a whole bunch. They're not gonna get it. But they're gonna make it in. Give me Show Me Your Moves for second. And Fitting, give me... You know what? I was gonna say Fitting, give me the Masterminds of reverse. Give me Timid Followers for first. I don't know. I just think they're gonna pop off this game. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I think it's gonna be them. I think it's their time to shine. But we got a lot of folks to get through, so we're not gonna dilly and dally. Just remember that this Sunday, the OC Agents of Chaos will be crowned as well. So get ready for that. But once again, we will not dilly and we will not dally. We just gotta go. Because we have a ton of competitors, but only the top 6 teams will move on. But to get to them, we must move on and proceed to start round 1. And this is it. Oh poor, homies. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos is on the line. One team will be brimming with chaos as a result of this game. Who will they be? I don't know. But what I do know is that there are tributes, there are podiums, and there are horns that will be sounded, so please, sound the horns. Incredible. Kamaru thinks about what she did to end up here. Tengen is ready to use his axe if he has to. Crazy Oko Extra Large attempts to kill Makoto, but Kibo intervenes to protect him. Unfortunately, Kibo dies in the attempt. That team knows. Kibo, you've been a former tag team Agent of Chaos before. You couldn't do it this time. You're relying on your team to help you. Maybe they can do it. Kai sobs quietly. Maya and Pewter ambush Kurukuma, murdering him. You guys want it again. If they got it again, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't. Nagisa attempts to kill Hiroko, but Daisaku intervenes just in time. Daisaku had to take out Nagisa to protect Hiroko's life. Oda's all alone. Clover looks like she's on the verge of snapping. Sato just wants to be helpful. Hiroko tries to kill Jin, but Jin retaliates and takes her out instead. Hiroko, best girl. Out of here so soon. Celeste is looking for an easy out. Izioi looks for stuff to scrounge. Rantaro was clearly too busy playing his ocarina because he wants to end things once and for all with Lysithea in an ocarina battle. She just literally sets him on fire. She doesn't know fire. She eviscerates him. Rantaro bites the dust. Maki wants this to be over already. Kei doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Iris is being adorable as always. Togami is proud to lead Team Deadeye. Daisaku thinks about what she did to end up here. Kotoko is ready to use her axe if she has to. Usami finds Hifumi's presence soothing. Chisa seems unshaken by any of this. Gundam mopes around uselessly. What I saw in the corner of my eye. Himiko kills Masaru in front of Felix. Felix rushes to help. But it's already too late. Masaru, no. Muguro won't die like the others. Chiaki finds some tactical combat gear. Monokuma trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking its neck. Mikon attacks Gundam from behind and slaughters him. Mercedes thanks Taisaku for being there for him. Murakata tries to keep on a brave face for everyone's sake. Fat Togami finds us all below his concern. Makoto wishes he could go home. Genocide Jack isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Joe fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Peter's cooking up a genius idea and now just wants to be helpful. Nanayachi doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Well, you better get prepared because your AI variant is about to get killed by Jin, but her combat gear diverts the blow. Pennyworth looks around for stuff to scrounge. Aiko hums a song to herself. Mew asks Akane if she's found anything useful. Zero that there chops Maki to bits with the axe. Rip. Haiji finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Maybe don't, Haiji. Alice is looking for an easy out. Samugi can't take her eyes off of Junko. I buy that, actually. I really believe that. Akane sizes her muscles. I believe that too. Gerald goes axe crazy. My boy chopping Pennyworth and Kizakura to bits. I shouldn't be clapping because I love both of those characters, but I love Gerald too. And I'm glad to see him doing well. Azuru follows some sparkles, discovers a magic wand, hopefully it has some spells. Jin is being adorable as always, and Sonia and Jin's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Stop blushing and get serious. You've already lost Gundam. Boss does her best to avoid Kurumi. Junko doesn't care much for this place. Mahiru is ready to use her axe if she has to. Ibuki wants to be helpful, and she is. As Kurumi attempts to kill her, Ibuki proves to be helpful immediately and takes out Kurumi to protect Mikon's life. Monotaro, what are you doing as you feel like Chihiro is slowing you down? That's the champ! Chihiro knows what it takes to win, and you think that Chihiro is slowing you down? Monotaro eliminated Chihiro. It would be interesting if Small and Mighty were the agents of chaos with... I didn't consider that. Interesting. With the singles champ. That's interesting. I'm curious about that. That could happen. Monotaro eliminates Chihiro. Natsumi twiddles her thumbs, Tenko sets down a trap, and Toko gets caught in it. Ryoma mopes around uselessly as Kazuichi cooks up a genius idea. Sarah is proud to lead Team Big Sisters. Jotaro rambles on about something nobody cares about. Shirokuma finds a dapper suit. Pekka wasn't looking and falls right off of a cliff. Kaito finds Hiro's presence soothing. Cory twitches. Felix sobs. Monika's looking out only for herself. Crazy Yoko tries to kill Fuyiko, but Fuyiko retaliates and kills her instead. Rest in peace to Crazy Yoko. But her partner wants to end things once and for all with Hina, trying to make sure this is not the year of the Asahinas Part 2. Hina bites the dust. It is a Kaie day? Maybe. Maybe it'll be a Kaie year. Taichi and Jin team up and ambush Samugi, slaughtering her. Mishima can't stop fawning over Angie. Seiko snaps, she's frenzied. Himino doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Aiba. Rest in peace to her. Mitarai wishes he could go home. Teru does his best to avoid Celeste. Alter Ego remembers how much they miss Aiba. She just got out. You miss her already. Nakamura hopes to get everyone out of here. The Big Buff family, they really do need it. The Great Gozu tries to kill Chiaki, but Chiaki's combat gear is still doing work for her. Juzo and Chisa conspire against Murakata. Ruruka ends boss time. And just like that, my Jinx is stronger than ever. As Boss is chopped to bits with the axe, Sakura feels strong enough to handle anything. Angie and Jotaro giggle like idiots. Better not to ask. I've never seen that event prop. But boy does it feel right. Boy does it feel right. Angie attempts to kill Seiko, but Ibuki intervenes to protect... Oh, Ibuki, no. Unfortunately, Ibuki dies in the attempt. Ibuki, no. Oda tries to get others to notice him. Hiro, thanks Kaito for being there for him. Mondo is ready to use his axe if he has to. Fumi fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Gonta and Sakura's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Canon ambushes Togami and Komaru, taking them both out, so their entire team is out too, because Maki's gone. Jeez. We lost 22! As Fuyiko and Monotaro get into an argument over who should be in charge. It should have been the champ, but Monotaro took them out. Why would it be Monotaro? He took out one of your partners, and Yuta looks around for stuff to scrounge. Don't count Yuta out. Never count Yuta out. He's something else. We lost 22. A big 22. And thus it is. A Claire de Lune. 4. Kibo. Kurokuma. Nagisa. Hiroko. Rantaro. Masaru. Monokuma, Gundam, Maki, Pennyworth, Kizakura, Kurumi, Chihiro, Peko, Crazy Hyoko, Hina, Samugi, Aiba, Boss, Ibuki, Togami, Komaru. That is 22 of an astounding 99 souls. We gotta keep going though, because we have 77 remaining. And I bet you we won't lose another 22 today. We might get close though, as we start off round 2 with Lysithea attempting to take out Sakura, but the Big Buff family is sticking together, intervenes just in time as Nekomaru saves Sakura but has to kill Lysithea. A shame. I was low-key always rooting for Lysithea. Now sobs quietly, Fatogami finds us all below his concern. Chiaki feels sorry for Toko and frees her from the trap. Masaru is festering peacefully. Sarah does something really cute. Clover can't take her eyes off of Mew. Hifumi doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Alter Ego hums a song to himself. Mew is cooking up a genius idea. Alice looks for someone dumb enough to believe him. Mercedes is still finding Daisaku's presence soothing. I can see them getting along very well. Kotoko, however, is not getting along because she's going axe crazy with Jin and Taichi because they are now bits and pieces. It is up to Gerald for that team. Mikan won't die like the others. Mishima finds a suit of medieval armor and puts it on. It gleams with a dazzling shine. Gonta admires Nekomaru's leadership. Fair! That's the ultimate team leader! Genocide Jack's bad brain turns her a little kinder. It's a nice Jack. That's nice. Celeste ambushes Clover and eviscerates her. Jeez Louise. Nane Achiaki remembers Kibo and sobs quietly. He's been gone the whole game. Gerald tries to kill Mishima, but Mishima's knight armor diverts the blow. And Pewter tries to kill Gerald, but Gerald's like, well, if that's gonna not work out for me, this is definitely gonna work out with me. Pewter is perished. Felix wants it to end already. Heidi's proud of his bikini. You know what? You do you, Heiji. You do you. Jin just wants to be helpful. Sato's looking out only for herself. Kanon murders Nane Achiaki before Makoto can react. There's nothing Makoto can do. Makoto, you're just losing partners left and right. Right in front of you. Poor boy. Akane feels strong enough to handle anything. Tenko sets down a trap. Munakata gets caught in that trap. Kana wasn't looking and falls right off of a cliff. Alright, well. Well? Kaede finds a bikini, puts it on, it's quite revealing. Mikan wants to end things once and for all with Zero the Third. Zero the Third defeats Mikan. Mikan knows that there's chaos that could still brim within her, and now she's only hoping for Seiko to get it for her. Himino moves around uselessly. Azuru still got that magic wand, sending sparkles everywhere. Joe thanks Yuta for being there for him. Monaco's ready to use her axe if she has to. Mahiru wants to protect Himiko. Don't we all? Toko is on the verge of snapping. Iris admires Tenko's muscles. Hiro spots something shiny in the distance. Himiko wants us to be over already. Something inside of Corey snaps. It's the moment that we were all waiting for. Corey's frenzied. Oh no. Tengen tries to kill Chiaki, but that combat gear, let me tell you, I don't even have to tell you. Angie keeps trying to tell a joke, but it always falls flat. Kaito frees Munakata from the trap. Kei is crying, sobbing uncontrollably. Crazy Hyoko Extra Large is looking particularly erratic today. Natsumi chops Himino to bits with her axe in a fit of frenzy. Seiko creeps up on Ruruka and snaps her neck. Okay, it was quiet for a while, and then all of a sudden, uh-oh. Oda tries to get others to know some Teruteru hums a song to himself. Jotaro finds a shotgun. Oh boy. Kazuichi asks Ryoma if he found anything useful. Nekomaru is proud to lead the Big Buff family. Usami is being adorable as always. Aiko. Hope she doesn't have to harm anyone. You might not have to. You could get lucky. Mai's cooking but genius idea. Sakura finds a bow and some arrows. Wouldn't take Sakura as an archer. But you know what? I believe in her. I believe in her. Kai goes axe crazy, chopping Yuta and Joe to bits. Never count out Yuta. Never count him out. They still have Izuyoi. Makoto just wants it to end already. Junko tries to kill Mishima. Mishima's knight armor diverts the blow. Ryoma can't take his eyes off of Kazuichi. That is. And I will justify the entourage in action. That is why he's Pimp Kazuichi. The Great Gozu attempts to kill Mukuro, but Sarah intervenes and takes out the Great Gozu. I don't know if it was her sharpshooting or her steel mind, but let me tell you, Sarah took him out. Izuyoi takes out Chisa from behind and murders her. Juzo won't die like the others. Monotaro and Fuyiko get into are still arguing over who should be in charge. Still! Shirakuma's proud of that dapper suit. Daisaku doesn't or wishes he'd have to kill anybody. Mondo tries his best to avoid Alice. Why would you? Alice is a good boy. It's a good. You guys are loving brothers. You are former champs. Shortest reigning tag champs, but former champs. Fuyiko shuts down a trap. Mitsurai is ready to defend his friends. Mukuro gets cocky and dies from a stupid mistake, and Sonya gets caught in Fuyiko's trap. She can only hope to be freed. We're down to 62. First and foremost, Eclair de Lune 4. Lysithea, Jin, Taichi, Clover, Pewter, Nane Chiaki, Kanon, Mikan, Himino, Ruruka, Yuta, Joe, Great Gozu, Chisa, Mukuro. There at the end we lost Chisa and Mukuro. A shame, truly a shame. However, we still have 62 more folks to go. We don't want to check yet. When we're at our final 40, we'll check. But for right now, we just gotta keep going. Because there's a whole lot of souls to get through as we click on the next round, as we proceed to round 3. As Chiaki looks menacing in her combat gear, Maya attacks Kanon and Corey from behind, slaughtering them both. In the family will not be in the premiere. Because of Maya, who wants that chaos back. She felt the power the first time and she wants that back. Usami seems to find Hifumi's presence soothing. Jen remembers how much he misses Gundam and sobs quietly. Maya will not be getting the chaos back, as Awful Intense managed to sneak up behind Maya and take her out. Did not think about it, but they could make potentially very devious agents of chaos, those two. Gonta fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Celeste attempts to kill Kai, but Genocide Jack intervenes to protect him. I didn't know she had it in her, because her bad brain turned her a little kinder. Unfortunately, that kindness was in vain because Genocide Jack dies in the attempt. Mondo tries to kill Gerald, but Gerald is the retaliation king today, as he retaliates and kills him. And Gerald, after that, doesn't really want to, but finds himself also having to get rid of Shirakuma. Gerald is going off. Gerald is going off today. With a flick of his ancient or his magic wand, Azuru turns Ryoma into a sheep. Akane still sizing her muscles. Nekomaru still has hope to get both of his big buff family members to safety. Sarah has some other scraps, and she is now sharpshooting, steel-minded cave woman Sarah. Big sister Sarah, here to save you. Miu is ready to use her axe if she has to. She'll probably have to. Sato is looking out only for herself. Angie and Jotaro are still giggling like idiots. Jotaro reloads a shotgun just in case though. Monica is looking for an easy out. Kazuichi tries to kill Chiaki. Combat gear. You shouldn't even touch her. You can't touch her. Himiko wishes she could go home. Iseoi murders Juzo in front of Munakata. Munakata rushes to help, but Juzo dies in his arms. That almost feels like PTSD for Munakata. Hiro finds love with bikini. Puts it on. It's quite revealing. There's a lot of bikinis today too. It's a winter time. Y'all need to calm down. Catch a cold. Monotaro chops Mercedes to bits with his axe. Mercedes, oh no. Kotoko hums a song to herself and Fatsugami decides to put Ryoma out of his sheepy misery. Mishima is looking absolutely glorious in that knight's armor. I'm proud of him. Munakata doesn't really want to carry on anymore and is now suicidal after seeing Juzo perish in his arms. Maybe he can come back from it. Maybe he can turn this around. But now he's the only person on this team. It's gonna be tough. Junko doesn't care much for this place. Fuyiko finds a pitchfork, which is going to be great for lobbing at enemies. Tenko tries to kill Mishima. That knight's armor is doing work. Kai is on the verge of snapping. Felix snaps out of it, however. Look at those two snaps right next to each other. Makoto is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Kaede can't wait to kill again. Toko wasn't looking and just fell right off of a cliff. We lost Toko and Jack. As Natsumi duels it out with Alter Ego, Natsumi just closes the laptop and breaks it on her knee. Alter Ego bites the dust. Oda, ready to use his axe if he has to. Sonya's still trapped and can't do anything. I'm surprised nobody's freed her. Kaito spots something shiny in the distance. Clover's gone. Alice is looking for an easy out. Aiko hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Tengen, why did you even attack Chiaki? That combat gear, you can't touch her. You cannot touch her. Mahiru does something really cute though. Now reminisces about Toko and sobs quietly. As I asked earlier, why has no one freed Sonya? Daisaku heard my plea, freed her. Teru does his best to avoid Celeste. Hifumi and Usami's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Sakura's practicing with that bowstring. She's practicing with that bow. She's trying to do some work. She's trying to get her best hits. Okay, Sakura's, let's be honest, Sakura's gonna get second again. I just feel it in my gut. Kei can't believe that Togami's killed somebody. Crazy Yoko actually isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her out. Mitarai is ready to defend his friends. Is Zuru still in? I think he is. Zuru the III tries to kill Monotaro, but Monotaro retaliates and kills him instead. Seiko's looking around maniacally seething, and Iris now has medieval armor as well. This is not a dream. This is reality, and it gleams with a dazzling shine. We're down to the final 50. Almost halfway through. Almost. But to get there, you know what we gotta do? For these fallen few, we gotta hit a Claire de Lune 4. Canon, Corey, Maya, Genocide Jack, Mondo, Shirokuma, Juzo, Mercedes, Ryoma, Toko, Alter Ego, Zero the Third. And it's the final 50. Next round we'll take a quick peek, because I know you're wondering, did I lose everybody in my team picks? Are you curious? I know I did terribly, horribly, non-fantastically. But that's me. You might be doing just fine as we proceed to the next round. Are you? Let's find out. Next round. We see two big KOs right there at the start of round 4. Chiaki is like, she now knows it, and now she's flaunting it as she's looking downright tactical in that combat gear. Junko's unfazed, unshaken by any of this. Fuyuko wonders how far he can throw his pitchfork. Do it, boy. Just don't poke your eye out. Alice wonders about the future. Aiko starts sobbing uncontrollably. Kaito is ready to use his axe if he has to. Jin does something really cute. Tinka won't give up so easily. Gerald sizes his muscles because he is a bit strong in this game. That's what I'm most excited to check out when we show the details. In a fit of frenzy, Seiko creeps up on Monika and slaughters her. Rest in peace to her. Akane doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Hifumi Jotaro. Keeps trying to tell a joke, but it always falls flat. Mahiru and Himiko's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Angie is glad to have someone like Jotaro to tell really bad puns to. I don't know, they just instantly became my least favorite duo. Kai finally snaps in his frenzy. Teru goes axe crazy, chopping Kaede and Crazy Hiyoko extra large to bits. And that is the end of the Asylum. They will not be your agents of chaos. But will they come back next season? Maybe, maybe not. Celeste finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's quite fetching. Felix looks around for stuff to scrounge. Usami doesn't really want to harm anybody, so she hopes she doesn't have to harm. So she hopes hopes she doesn't have to harm anyone. Fat Tall Gami finds us all below his concern. Now wants it to be over already. Monotaro sets down a trap. Iris admires Tinko's muscles for what seems like the upteenth time. You are really fixated on her. I thought it would be the other way around, to be completely honest. As Munakana snaps out of it, Kei gets caught in one of Monotaro's traps, and now all he can do is hope to be freed. Mitarai is ready to defend his friends. Gonta admires Nekomaru's leadership, not for long, as Mishima cooks up an idiot's idea. Oda doesn't really care much for this place. Hiro thanks Kaito for being there for him. Izuyoi murders Nekomaru before Gonta can react. Gonta rushes to help, but it's already too late. Their leader's gone. Can Gonta and Sakura do this? Daisaku has a horrible feeling in his chest. Sarah is wearing leather scraps, and as a sight to behold is Zuru. Gestures angrily towards Munakata with his magic wand. Munakata only has time to feel his brain hemispheres try to switch places before he topples over. Deceased. And he just snapped out of it too, and now his brain ain't right again. Izuru, have you no mercy? Mew trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking her neck. Makoto's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I would be too, Makoto, after what you have been through this game. Tengen chops Monotaro to bits with his axe. Rest in peace to him. He probably deserved that for taking out Chihiro. Sato feels sorry for Kei. Frees him from the trap. Sakura doesn't know how to cheer Gonta up. Gonta really is taking this hard. He was admiring Nekomaru the whole game. I guess you're right. Kazuichi ambushes Oda, takes him out. Himiko tries to kill Iris, but the knight's armor does work for her. Natsumi's looking for an easy out. Sonya's ready to use that axe. Kotoko finds medieval armor as well. And Haiji finds a magic wand. That's gonna be dangerous. It's 41 left. We'll take a peek at everyone in just a second. But first, we lost 9. We lost 9, so we must give a Claire de Lune for these fallen 9. Monica, Hifumi, Kaede, Crazy Hyoko, extra large, Nekamaru, Munakata, Miu, Monotaro, Oda. And as we go up, we'll peek at the details. The timid followers still have Aika. The Big Buff family have Sakura and Gonta. Fight Club still has Felix. Black and White is out, Show Me Your Moves completely in. The Loving Brothers still have Alice. Awful Intense completely in. The Pure Boys have Izuyoi. The Big Sisters have Sarah. TSM completely in. Shrouded in Mystery completely in. Sharp Edges has Kai. Hope's Last Stand has the Hope Boy as their last stand. The Power of God in Anime completely in. Accent Imposters also completely in, 2 kills apiece. The Beanie Brigade lying on the former one-time champ, Kazuichi. Band-Aid relying on Seiko. Literary Arts relying on Now. The Jacket Failures completely in. Boss time now. Daisaku remains for Metacrops. The sleeper team, to be completely honest. The Masterminds have Junko. Prepare for Trouble has 2, so it's double. Sonya and Jin. Dead Eyes Are Gone. Art Class all completely in. That might be the only trio that's completely in. Jeez Louise. The Proud Fathers have Gerald with 5. No AI in Team has Chiaki, Usami for Fanfic Fantasy, Kotoko for the Dark Art Specialist, Fuyiko for Small and Mighty, Akane for Dominance, and Himiko and Mahiru for the Hotheads. And that's fine and dandy and all, but we still have 41 to get through. 40 until we get a winner. Are you ready? Are you? Well, you better, because I click next round. Ooh, 2 big hits. The end of 2 teams. As we start round 5, now wishes she could go home. Kai looks for his next victim. Angie tries to kill Chiaki, but then Knight's Armor diverts the blow. The combat gear. The combat gear that has just been doing great for her. If she wins, she deserves it. The combat gear needs to be like hung up in the Hall of Fame for Chiaki if she wins this one. Sarah feels horrible for failing the Big Sisters. You haven't failed them yet, you could still win for them. You could, Sarah. Or at least place in the top 6. In a fit of frenzy, Seiko creeps up on Aiko and kills her dead. Akane tries to kill Natsumi, but Natsumi retaliates and kills her instead. Teruteru tries to get others to notice him. Jotaro reloads his shotgun just in case. Kotoko is ready to cleave some invaders in her knight's armor. Sonya can't stop fawning over Jin. Tsumugi is gone. Jin, as Sonya's fawning over him, he's like, "Look at these leather scraps, Miss Sonya." Oh, big sis Sonya. Oh. Yo, Jin's precious. Himiko's being adorable as always too. Himiko's precious too. Izuyoi goes acts crazy, chopping Kaito and Hiro to bits. Izuyoi's precious too. Izuru and Haiji have a merciless magic wand duel. This goes on for a while, until both men explode in a splash of green. And Sato's looking out only for herself. Felix attempts to kill Jotaro, but Mishima intervenes to protect his student. Unfortunately, Mishima dies in the attempt. It would be like Mishima to protect his students. Chiaki remembers Aiba, sobs quietly. Daisaku hopes he doesn't have to harm anyone. Makoto, bad luck in all trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking his neck. Fitting. Sakura practices pulling back that bowstring. Druko has a horrible feeling in her chest, and that's actually the pitchfork that Fuyuhiko lobbed into it. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. That feels bad. That feels not great. Fatogami feels protected by his wealth. Gerald sizes his muscles. Usami's being adorable as always. Natsumi tries to kill Kotoko, but that knight's armor is now doing work for her. Mahiru and Himiko, they're blushing because their fingers touch. Celeste thinks of a dark poem. Mitsurai is ready to use that axe. Kazuichi's thinking of plans to get out of here. Tengen can't wait to KO again. And Kei doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Tinko duels it out with Felix. Felix bites the dust. Iris fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Gonta wants it to end already, and Alice looks for someone dumb enough to believe him. Another 10 gone. We're actually making our way pretty fast. Pretty fast, kind of. It's still a long one, but we will give a Claire de Lune for our fallen 10. Aiko, Akane, Kaito, Yasuhiro, Haiji, Izuru, Mishima, Makoto, Junko, Felix. 31 remain. 21 until your saving grace picks. Will you need them? You might. Who will make it to the Season 7 Tag Team Premiere? This is where it's all decided. We gotta proceed to find out. Let's do it. What round are we even at? Round 6? Round 6! Round 6! As Jotaro twitches uncontrollably, Fatogami chops Himiko to bits with his axe. The axes they are going axe crazy today. Kazuichi starts sobbing uncontrollably. Chiaki's knight armor, her combat gear, we don't even need to read the event. Just you see Chiaki's face with somebody else and there's no death. Her combat gear. Never forget it. Toko is writhing with maggots. Mitsurai wishes he could go home. Alice stares into the distance. Jin just wants to be helpful. Angie keeps trying to tell a joke, but it always falls flat. Mishima's gone. Celeste thinks of a dark poem. Iris looks glorious in her knight's armor now. Daisaku never wants to kill anyone ever again. Sato still can't believe that Natsumi has killed someone. Okay. Gonta snaps out of it. Surprisingly enough, good on him. Tengen is ready to use his axe if he has to. Tenko won't die like the others. Seiko looks around maniacally, seething. Kai gets cocky and dies from a stupid mistake. Wakatoko finds a sword, shiny and sharp. A rather nice find. Gundam is gone, and Sonya recalls something about him and sobs quietly. Me too, every single time. Every time, Sonya. Maya's lifeless body decomposes silently. Sakura practicing with that bow. She's getting that bow work in. She's about to be the Katniss of this game. Call me on it. Sakura wins this one with a bow. With a bow shot. Hiroko arrives with maggots. Fuyuko wonders how far he could throw that pitchfork. Chiaki practices some strategic moves in her combat gear. Teru does his best to avoid Celeste. You two should be working together. Or maybe you don't know how to win a game with Celeste here, because usually she's gone by now in tag team action. Sarah attacks Natsumi and Sato from behind, taking them both out. A shame. Usami finds a dapper suit, puts it on. It's quite fetching. Kei disappears for a while, and instead of his, shoulder cape, he now has a wizard robe, slips it on, scattering sparkles everywhere. Izuyoi spots something shiny in the distance. Jero feels strong enough to handle anything, now wants it to be over already, and Mahiru does something really cute. Only 4 have perished. 72. Oh look, it's a 2772. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it so much that I'm gonna give a Claire de Lune for our fallen 4. Himiko, Kai, Natsumi, Sato, and I don't need to see everybody's statuses. We have 27 left. 72 gone. Are you ready? I think you have to be. We don't want to go on for too long. What we want to do is find out who our top 6 are, and who our powerful agents of chaos will be. And to do that, we must proceed. Let's go. I dropped the thing that I have to... There we go. You gotta have your keyboard wrist thing, you make sure your wrists are fine. Don't get your carpal tunnel. You gotta make sure you're doing okay as we click next round, as we go on to round 7. Lucky round 7 or unlucky round 7, let's find out, as Tengen tries to go okay, but that wizard rope has carried him to safety. Celeste can't take her eyes off of Teru. Interesting. Never thought that would happen. Pekko's gone. Izuyoi finds leather scraps. I wish the caveman gear did more, to be completely honest, as Angie is glad to have someone like Jotaro to tell really bad puns to. Apparently the puns were just so bad because Jotaro snaps and is frenzied afterwards. Alice finds medieval armor now. We got all the knights in action. Sarah attacks and kills Jin in front of Sonya. There's nothing Sonya can do. Big sis Sarah, what are you doing? Sharpshooting, steel-minded, big sister Sarah. What? Were you jealous because he was like big sis Sonya earlier? Oh. Now we have a budding rivalry between Sarah and Sonya. Okay. What'll Sonya do to get her revenge? Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Iris sizes or admires the muscles of Tenko again for like the umpteenth time. I hope that the entire game that's all she does and that's how this game ends. Sakura hums a song to herself. Kotoko swooshes the air with her sword and now is ready to use her axe if she has to. Teru doesn't care much for this place. Fatogami finds us all below his concern. Kazuichi tries to kill Kotoko, but the knight's armor is now doing work for her. Gonta thanks Sakura for being there for him. Usami does something really cute. Gerald ambushes Daisaku and gets another kill under his belt. Fuyuko set down a trap. Tenko stops quietly. In a fit of frenzy, Seiko creeps up on Iris, who can no longer view Tenko's muscles because she is turned inside out. Mahiru gets caught in one of Fuyuko's traps, and now all she can do is hope to be freed. Kei is looking magical today. Sonya sits there with a blank stare, lost her little bro Jin, and Mitarai wants this to be over already. And we are down to a standard sized game. 75 have perished, just 3 today. And it may be one of the saddest Clear Day loons. 4. Jin. Daisaku. Iris. Now that we're down to a standard game, let's check the details one last time before the saving grace picks. 1 from the Loving Brothers, both from Shrouded in Mystery. Fuyuko from Small and Mighty. 2 from Art Class. Tenko from Show Me Your Moves. Gerald with 6 KOs from the Proud Fathers, The Power of God and Anime Stars Mitarai. Sarah from the Big Sisters. Usami stole from Fanfic Fantasy. Good on her. Hope's last stand is gone. Combat Gear Chiaki is out here striving with no KOs. She could do it. She could do it again. Another pacifist victory in this simulator. As we keep going. Tengen from Awful Intense. Keep scrolling. Izior from the Pure Boys. Mahiru from the Hotheads. Seiko from Band-Aid still. Good on you, Seiko. Proud of you. And you got 4 KOs too. Good on you. Now from Literary Arts. Sakura and Gonta from the Big Buff family. Kazuichi from the Beanie Brigade. Now just Sonya, who is shell-shocked, Lamau. From Prepare for Trouble, the Dark Arts Specialists still have Kotoko, Celeste, and Teru both from the Accident Imposters, which is honestly low-key dangerous to have 2 people, because we've seen a lot of whole teams go out in single events, but will that happen to them? I don't know, but it is your final 24. Are we ready? Let's do it. Let's end that Clear Day Loon. And hit proceed, because it's time. For round 8? For round 8. Fat Togami chops Angie to bits with an axe. He must have caught a wind? The wind must have carried one of her bad puns, and he was like, no, that's too terrible. You don't. No more world for you. Gonta and Sakura's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Izioi wearing leather scraps. Sight to behold. Mitarai stares into the distance. Combat gear. Not even gonna say anything, because you know what's gotta happen. Oh, at the end, I saw it there. Teru's ready to use that axe. Jotaro looks for his next victim. Gerald looks around for stuff to scrounge. Tengen's looking for an easy out. Kei can't believe that Fat Togami has taken someone out. Usami feels horrible for Mahiru and sets her free from the trap. In a fit of frenzy, Seiko creeps up on Gerald and kills him dead. His kill streak is over. Rest in peace to him. Kazuichi's cooking with genius ideas. Celeste thinks of a dark poem. Chiaki kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. Nobody could touch her in the combat gear, so she was like, I'm sorry guys, I gotta go. This is unfair. You guys just can't touch this. Fuyuko feels horrible for failing Small and Mighty. Sakura wants to be helpful. Kotoko can't wait to KO again. Mahiru recalls something about Himiko and sobs quietly. Alice is ready to cleave some invaders in his knight's armor. Now wants this to be over already. Sonya sobs quietly, and Sarah tries to kill Tenko, but Tenko retaliates in the name of Iris and kills Sarah instead. We lost 4, 20 remain. 10 more until your saving grace picks, which means after this Clear Day Loon 4. Angie, Gerald, Chiaki, sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah. Man, I really need Your Turn to Die to conclude, because I've been like, I just want more of it. I really do. I want the story to continue. But what needs to continue right now is this story. One of these teams will be your next Agents of Chaos, your most powerful ever tag team Agents of Chaos. And I don't know who. And I gotta find out by clicking next round. You wanna find out too? I'll do it for you. Just for you. As we click on it. Well. It's round 9 as Mitarai thinks about what he did to end up here. Kotoko tries to kill Kei, but the Woods of Rope has carried him to safety. Fat Togami doesn't really want to, none of us do, but he finds himself having to get rid of now. None of us want to, Fat Togami. Usami acts cool in her dapper suit. She's so cool. Jotaro looks around maniacally, seething. Clover's gone. Raging fury grasping her chest, Seiko's frenzy grows so overpowering that her heart gives out. Sonya's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Don't break down, you can still win. Sakura practices with that bow. You haven't done anything with it, but you know what? If you do, you do. Teru does his best to avoid Celeste, even though she's been eyeing him up. And she still does later on. I love this love-hate relationship and the way that I didn't expect for it to go. Gonta doesn't really understand what's happening. Fuyuko's determined to survive this thing. Alice has that axe and he's ready to use it. Mahiru wants to end things once for all with Tengen, but she bites the dust instead. Kei sizes his muscles. Tenko chops Sakura to bits with her axe. It was combat specialist versus combat specialist, hand-to-hand combat, and Toko used an axe. Izuyoi tries to kill Kotoko, but that knight's armor is doing work for her as well. Kazuichi tries to get others to notice him. And Mahiru is gone. We lost 4, 16 remain. Remember, the top 6 teams are going on, and we are getting close to that point. Who will they be? I don't know. But for right now, I can say with a certainty that it's Claire de Lune 4. Now, Seiko, Mahiru, Sakura. 16 left, and by my count, Seiko ended Band-Aid, now ended Literary Arts. Mahiru, I think Himiko is still alive. Never mind. She's dead. Never mind. They're out. And Sakura still has Gonta. So he's the only. They're the big buff family out of everyone who's left in the died this round. They're the only ones who still have a person left. We lost another 3 teams, but there's still 16 people left. So we still got plenty to lose. 6 more until your saving grace picks. Will you need them? Will you need them? Will you need them? I don't know. But to find out who they will be, let's click next round. When we lose the 6 that we need, we my high height. As Tenko tries to kill Kotoko, but she retaliates at the start of round 10, the perfect 10, and kills her instead. Kei doesn't feel prepared for any of this, and a fit of frenzy creeps up on Usami and turns her inside out. Teru just wants it to be over already. Mitsurai hums a song to himself. Alice finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. Gonta fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Tengen attacks and kills Kei in front of Fat Togami. There's nothing Fat Togami can do. Kazuichi's thinking of plans to get out of here. Poor Kei. Fat Togami has a blank expression and is unresponsive to what's going on. Yeah, poor Kei. But poor Sonya too. She's staring into the distance. She's like, what is life without Jin? Fuyuhiko lobs his pitchfork, taking her out instantaneously. Kotoko washed the blood off of her knight's armor. See, that makes sense! Ibuki was washing blood off of armor that she just picked off of the souls of the dead. Kotoko's like, oh, well, there's been blood splattered. Maki's gone, Celeste is looking for an easy out. Izzy is wearing leather scraps. Jin is gone. We lost 4. And those 4, not all of them have lost their whole teams. Kei still has Fat Togami, but it's still a Claire de Lune 4. Tenko, Usami, Kei, Sonya. Alright. There's 12 left. 2 more into your saving grace picks. We will likely get them, especially since everyone's racked up on all sorts of weapons. Show me your moves, out. Usami and fanfic fiction, out. Kei still has Fat Togami. Sonya and prepare for trouble, so close, but they are out. We'll look at details next round, actually. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. As we stop that, as we proceed, who will be our top 6 teams? I don't know. Are you ready to find out? I think we have to. Because we gotta get some chaos, some agents of chaos as we click next round. We will lose 2 at the start of round 11. Alice is ready to use his axe if he has to. Celeste mopes around uselessly. Fat Togami, oh my gosh. Oh, poor, oh man. Fat Togami eats something he shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains, which means after Fuyuko wonders how far he can throw his pitchfork, Izzy always spots something shiny in the distance. Tengen chops Teru to bits with his axe. Now we're at our top 10. And you'd think that Celeste would be able to carry on in Teru's memory as Mitarai thinks about Izuru and stops quietly. No, Kotoko artfully cleaves Celeste in two with her sword. I think they might have just missed out. Which is a shame. Which is a big shame. I was hoping for Accent Imposters to get another shot, but no title opportunity. Though they might be back next season though. They have a good storyline, I won't lie. Sato's lifeless body writhes with maggots. Mitarai wants to end things once and for all, and Mitarai bites the dust. Jeez, oh man, this was rough. Gonta's eyes his muscles, Jotaro looks for his next victim, and Chiaki is gone, which means it's your final 8. Which means as we stop this and give a Claire de Lune 4, Fat Togami, Teru, Celeste, Mitarai. And I can say, with certainty, we gotta look at the details. It's your final 8. And have your picks, there were 99, all of your picks can't be doing okay. They can't. They simply cannot. Which means I know you're gonna want to hear this music because, you know, it is time for your saving grace picks. Let's check it out. We're gonna have to do some scrolling, let me tell you, because first and foremost, Kazuichi from the Beanie Brigade. As we keep scrolling, Gonta from the Big Buff family. As we keep scrolling and scrolling, keep scrolling, Kotoko from the Dark Arts Specialist. And scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, we have Izuyoi from the Pure Boys, and scrolling. We have Jotaro from Art Class, and scrolling. We have Alice trying to get the Loving Brothers their titles back, or at least the Chaos. The Chaos or their titles. We don't have to scroll too much further because we still have Fuihiko, and we still have Tengen. And that's your final 8. That's it. That's your final 8. That's all 8. So go ahead and choose. It is now 1 person per team. It is anyone's game. The next 2 to go out will unfortunately not be making that premiere. So tell me, who are your saving grace picks? Let me know. In the comments, you know what you have to do after you like and subscribe, because we are 4K! Not in terms of quality, in terms of resolution. No. I don't have that kind of we don't have that kind of no. But we do have 4,000 subscribers. And that means we can leave some nice comments. So edit your comments. Who do you got? First, second, third? I will tell you too. I have Alice winning. I think the Chaos reigned for them late game. It was kind of bittersweet for them. So I think they're going to win the Agents of Chaos. I think they're going to be the champs and then immediately turn around, lost them like a week later. Now. Lost them in their very next game now. They're going to be your Agents of Chaos. I think that would be beautiful. I like that idea. But could it happen? It's all up to RNG. Give me the Big Buff family for second, and give me the Beanie Brigade for third. Those are my top 3. Who are yours? I don't know. But it's your final 8. Which means, without a doubt, that Alice, Fuihiko, Izuyoi, Tengen, Kotoko, Kazuichi, Jotaro, and Gonta, all ready for this. They feel their hearts beat bumping, pacing so fast, with the same speed as that of a samurai woman. I don't foresee this lasting too much longer. Only 2 more teams to go. Who will those 2 teams be that perish so close to the end? I don't know. Who will face that despair? Let's click next round and find out. Ooh, round 12. Gonta stares into the distance. Alice looks really good in that bikini. Fuihiko is determined to survive this. Kotoko swooshes the air with her sword. Izuyoi is ready to use his axe if he has to. Chihiro's gone because of Monotaro at the start, which was, you really did him dirty. Tengen is ambushed by Kazuichi and strangled. Nagisa's gone, and Jotaro eats something he shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains, which means we have your top 6 teams now. which means after this terrible turnabout, 4. Tengen. Jotaro. I can say with certainty that Gonta has helped the Big Buff family. Alice has helped the Loving Brothers try and get another shot at that title. Fuyuhiko has actually helped Small and Mighty. Despite the dysfunction between their teams, so Chihiro, because of Fuyuhiko, they could be double champs. Could happen. That could be the season. Kotoko. She and Lysithia for the Dark Arts team. Perhaps. The Pure Boys. Izuyoi finally carried on for them. And one more team. Don't forget them. It's the Beanie Brigade. It is Kazuichi, Ryoma, and Ruruka. Feels good. We have the episode set out. What we don't have is the season set out, because one of these teams is also going to be your Agents of Chaos, and we still have 6 left. And my heart's beating fast now, because I don't know which of these 6 teams will be your Agents of Chaos, but they all still have the same pulse as a samurai woman. You ready? Let's proceed. We can't wait. We can't dilly. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if we can dally either. Yeah, I don't think we can. Let's go ahead. Let's click next round. Let's see what happens. At the start of round 13, Kotoko's being adorable as always. Gonta doesn't really understand what's happening. Izuyoi wants it to end already. Celeste is gone. Fuigo tries to kill Kotoko, but that knight's armor is doing work. Alice finds a dapper suit. Kazui tries to get others to notice him as we go to the next round. Now we are seeing some people perish. Well, just one actually. Izuyoi looks around for stuff to scrounge. Fuigo sets down a trap. Kazuichi tries to kill Izuyoi, but retaliates. Izuyoi, he does. And Kazuichi perishes instead. It'd be interesting for the Pure Boys, actually, to be the Agents of Chaos. Which would be fitting for the Mechanical Good Boys. Ended up as the Agents of Chaos. Okay, that's good. That'd be pretty good stuff, I won't lie. Pennyworth gone, Pewter gone, Alice gets caught in one of Fuyuhiko's traps, a stupid mistake. He should have known better. Going to feel strong enough to handle anything, and Kotoko. Dark Arts Specialist would also be very fitting. Wash the blood off of her knight's armor. We lost one. He is the ultimate pimp. He was pimping out this game. He got far enough. He knew what he needed to do. It is a clear, terrible turnabout, however. 4. Kazuichi. 5. You know what this means. You know. I don't need to say it. I don't need to go on. I don't need to dilly and dally. It is Izuyoi. It is Fuyuhiko. It is Alice. It is Gonta. And Kotoko. All caught in our final 5, which we like to call a crisis. Of fate. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's go on. Let's click next round. Let's see what happens, what unfolds. Maybe nothing. As Kurokuma's gone at the start of round 15, Izuyoi wonders about the future. Kotoko is looking for an easy out. Usami's gone. Fuyuhiko feels horrible for failing Small and Mighty. You might win for them. However, Alice is struggling and is now bleeding out. Gonta remembers Nekomaru and sobs quietly, and Iris is gone. We'll proceed again. Oh no! Double oh no! Round 16, Alice is trapped and bleeding out slowly. Well, you're bleeding out a lot faster now because Izuyoi chops you to bits with the axe. Kotoko can't wait to KO again. We'll scroll down. Fuyuhiko lobs his pitchfork at Gonta, KOing him instantly, which means we are just down to 3. But first, it's a Claire de Lune for our fallen 2. And by Claire de Lune, I mean a terrible turnabout 4. Alice. Gonta. It is a big fight feel. And one of these 3 teams will be your Agents of Chaos. At least all of them will go on. Which is nice, which is why I like this big ol' episode. We have Alice for the Loving Brothers. No, we don't. He died. We have Izuyoi for the Pure Boys. We have Kotoko from the Dark Arts Specialist. And of course we have Fuyuhiko from Small and Mighty. All of them? I'm very okay with being Agents of Chaos, I won't lie. Imagine, the Pure Boys, Izuyoi, Yuta. I said never count him out. I said never count him out. And Joe. Kotoko and Lysithea embracing their darkness and the dark arts. Or perhaps Small and Mighty sneak around, letting chaos reign everywhere. Fuyuhiko. Chihiro. The champ Chihiro, by the way. It'd be the first time that the single champ would be an Agent of Chaos. And of course, Monotaro, the smallest knight of them all. We won't dilly-and-dally much longer. It's a long one. No, we're not proceeding. What, no, don't do that. You know, there's still kind of Crisis of Fate. Proceeding music. Don't pop it. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know it's been a long one, but proceed now. We're going to the next round. It's still a Crisis of Fate. As I click next round, it could end. Maybe not in this simulator, but it could. We've seen it happen before. Nothing's gonna happen this time, as Izuyoi is wearing scraps. It's a sight to behold. Kotoko swooshes the air with the sword. I forgot about her sword. Fuyuhiko wonders how far he can throw his pitchfork. Do we want to take a peek at everyone's items? No. We don't need to look at that as we go to the next round. Oof! Kotoko is ready to use her axe if she has to. Fuyuhiko wants to end things once and for all with Izuyoi. Fuyuhiko bites the dust. Fuyuhiko is determined to survive this too, but he couldn't. He didn't. And unfortunately, it is a terrible turnabout for Fuyuhiko. 2. This is interesting because these two both have a claim to fame. Kotoko is the preseason princess. All of her wins have been in preseasons. Izuyoi has no wins to his name, and I'm sure that's been festering inside of our boy Izuyoi for so long. So that chaos, I think he can feel it. Kotoko, on the other hand, she is the dark arts specialist. She is the master of the dark arts. Chaos would just be another a day in the park for her. She's been ready for this since day one. So in this case, they both have a claim to being Agents of Chaos, but who will it be? Who will it be? No, I can't just say who will it be. I have to say, who will it be? The master of the dark arts, Kotoko. Our boy, Izuyoi, for his first win. Will it be the pre-season princess? Or the win eluded, Izuyoi? Kotoko. Izuyoi. It is a battle between these two. One will come out on top. I don't know who, but I'm excited to find out. I'm very happy either way, because either team would be fantastic Agents of Chaos. But let's find out just who it is as we click the next round and see. Nothing. Kotoko does something really cute though. Izuyoi tried to get the KO, but the knight's armor diverted the blow. The knight's armor, however, is going to be the tricky bit. Can Izuyoi somehow get around that? As we click next round, I don't know. Kotoko wonders about the future. Izuyoi spots something shiny in the distance. Round 21. Izuyoi thinks about Joe and sobs quietly. Kotoko is ready to cleave some invaders in her knight's armor, however, which is such a good combination, by the way. As we go to the next round, we see it all ends right here. Izuyoi finds Chiaki's body, the tactical combat gear, and he puts it on. He's like, this will save me from the invading Kotoko. However, Kotoko knows her title. She knows who she is. She knows that she is the pre-season princess. And what does she do? She wins in pre-season again, but this time for something incredibly special. Artfully cleaves Izuyoi in two with her sword. It was almost his day. It was almost our boy Izuyoi. And I will say, it's a very terrible, terrible turnabout, because it's another second place for our boy is a Yoi. However, this is very fitting to say, no. You did this yesterday too. You did this yesterday. You did this. No. You know what you have to play. Give me the. Yeah, that's the one. It is as if, for many moons, this power festered deep within their souls. Day in, day out, their power grew. Their mastery in the dark arts. It has led them to this moment. She's been training in Preseason. And with Lysithea, she has been able to claim the chaos for her own. Your winners and new tag team agents of chaos, Lysithea and your winner, Kotoko. Good stuff. I can't say anything about that. Hit me with the Danganronpa. That's the one. Yeah, thank you. Oh man, this was a big game, and we thought Gerald popped off. Izuyoi popped off. It really should have been him. I won't say that it should have been him, because let me be honest, Kotoko also still popped off. She got 5 KOs. It's just she knew how to pop off at the end when it mattered. And thus, the chaos resides within her, and the chaos resides within Lysithea, who I think got a couple kills too. Well, she got one. Ladies and gentlemen, Kotoko is the Preseason princess. Won in 3 different Preseasons, I believe. One, tied in one. She's the Preseason princess because now she's won a very important Preseason game, and that's the Agents of Chaos game, so more power to her, especially in a game of 99 souls. And she was the last one standing. Tengen had 5 KOs, so did Seiko. So did Fuyuhiko. I'm sorry, Fuyuhiko had 4. So did Fatsugami, so did Sarah. Natsumi, Tenko, Kanon, Kazuichi, Monotaro, Maya all had 3. Everyone else had 2 or less. Which means I can now bring this notepad to my eyes. Put a beautiful star there and there because the Dark Arts Specialists are your tag team agents of chaos. Will they claim the titles? I don't know. But I can tell you for certain they will probably cause some chaos. But who knows? They might just claim the titles and then Fusion Ha would be the Agents of Chaos. Which would be terrifying, now that I'm saying it out loud. But it would be exciting, I won't lie. Speaking of Fusion Ha, the champions, we have them. Expert Deductions, Forgotten Romance, the Phantoms of the Opera, the Rats, and the Bass Bros in the Season 7 premiere. Along with them now, the Big Buff Family, the Loving Brothers, Small and Mighty, Izuyoi and the Pure Boys, Kazuichi and the Beanie Brigade, and of course, your new tag team, Agents of Chaos, Lysithea, and your Preseason princess, the Master of the Dark Arts, Kotoko, the Dark Arts Specialist. Good stuff, I won't lie. And just over an hour is better than I thought it was gonna be. I won't lie. Are you ready? There's nothing written here, but usually I'd sometimes write OC Torty. Make sure you enter them. I think that'll still be in the description, hopefully. The link to enter your OCs, because you have until February 20th, 21st, something of that nature? Yes, something like that. But the OC Agents of Chaos is on Sunday. And it'll be an exciting time too. Before, you know, we crown some champions, because Season 7 starts a week from yesterday. 6 days. This is exciting. This is incredible. And this is the year of the Ascent, and we're rising to the top with Toon Link Dave and your United States Aviator. Congratulations big time to the Dark Arts Specialist. It fits. This one kind of just fits. Like yesterday's kind of just fit. Won't lie. Won't lie, the Agents of Chaos have just fit. I wonder if the trend will continue on Sunday. I don't know. But we'll find out. Tune in. Stay classy. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thanks for watching.